Welcome, everybody, to episode 165 of Perpetual Backlog. I am your host, Aqua, and joining me only today is Dalit.
It's me. It's me. I've hidden Leek. She's not coming back. You'll never get her.
The village hidden in the leaks.
Oh God. Anyway, Leek's busy, can't be with us this week, so it's a sausage party. Our sincerest apologies.
Sorry, guys, sorry. Um, so yeah, man, God, man, why did we play Relink all day today, man?
I I had an off day, and I farmed it for things that I didn't need. I just farmed it for other people, I guess. That's what we did. Because you did the
Yeah,
same thing.
I'm like, I don't even need anything in Relink other than like farming like random stuff to like do other character things or whatever. I'm at the point in that game where I'm like, all right, Seofan and Toya needs to come out so I have something new to play because I'm
Yeah,
still debating
yeah.
on who I want to like pick up next because I'm pretty sure I'm at the apex of how I can play Lancelot. I'm sure I can do a little bit more min maxing with like plus sigils and stuff like that, but
Mm.
at the moment I can do almost 25 million in 60 seconds. So I think
Well,
I'm Gucci.
as of last week, I got all of the Terminus weapons. So once Rackham's built, I can finally move on to learning like new characters. And well, it was gonna be Percival, but we have other people playing Percival, and I don't want to take away from their fun since they just picked it up. So
Just
I don't know.
double Percival, people, man. Just come on.
Well, I mean, look, that's fine. There's plenty. Look, there's so many characters in this game.
Yep.
Um, Maybe I'll learn Armaya. Maybe I will finally give the goat a second chance.
I hopped on Normaya yesterday and like went to fight Sir Beryl, and I was like,
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, screw it. I'll give Rosetta a go. No one seems to be playing Rosetta right now.
true. Nobody plays Rosetta, and I've seen Rosetta do some like cool stuff. It's just
Same.
she's like super hard to play as, I think.
Yeah, I was wondering if it's she's. I don't think she's underperforming. I wonder if it's just because she's too complex. Like she's. It's not like she's impossible to play as, but like she's just more trouble than she's worth. Maybe.
I think she might be actually the most complex character in the game.
Yeah, because you have to get out the rosebuds and then you can have to reposition them. So I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if that was true.
Um,
She might actually end up being not difficult, but too complex to be worth dealing with in like giant single target situations.
yeah, possibly. I I'm like I'm thinking I'm probably gonna well, so at the moment I'm still trying to max ascension Charlotta's terminus weapon. So I might just like go and start playing like Charlotta mostly to like get that through. Um and then I'm like working on Rackham's weapons because I guess you just kind of have to have Rackham at some point. Um
I genuinely enjoy Rackham. I'm happy. I, for one, am happy they patched out that lame ass bullshit.
with the jumping one, the jumping
Yeah,
stuff.
the jump, press triangle, do 10 billion damage. That's lame. I'm happy people have to actually play Rackham now. I enjoy him. I don't see why you would want to play like that anyway.
I think I'm gonna build out Rackham just because I think he's gonna be the one I just take in to fight Lucilius because I just don't want to deal. I don't want to deal with Lucilius in melee range.
Oh, that's fair. I'm still kind of scared to take an EO, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
Yeah, charging
Anyway,
doesn't seem like a great time.
yeah, I mean we've tried Lucilius. I mean I haven't beaten him, but I only went in there like once, and we did like two tries against him. We got halfway through, I think, when we were doing it. Um, so he and I've seen the rest of it. It doesn't look hard after that. So
No,
I
I don't
mean,
think it is. No, I don't think that Lucilius is a very hard fight. I do, however, think it is the kind of fight they should be making. There should be mechanics enough to stall people just bulldogging the fight.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you don't put mechanics in our way, we will just out DPS your boss. Straight up.
Looks over at Proto Bahamut.
Exactly.
Looks
The
over
only
at
reason he
now
doesn't die
Bahamut
in a
Versa.
minute. Yes, poor Bahamut Versa. We found out this week when we finally went back to it that that fight is literally the fight begins. He goes into his first breakpoint. He goes into his second breakpoint, and he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me. Because that fight was a fight that I genuinely struggled on. Like, the mechanics are actually, well, they're easy. I just have an issue with, like, seeing things on that fight.
Yeah, I actually, so while I had issues seeing stuff on Versa or whatever, it is nowhere near the amount of clutter that is in Lucilius.
Yeah, Lucilius is a fucking mess.
I cannot see anything in Lucilius fight.
The
I'm just
problem
like
is
that.
half of those mechanics are designed to be clutter. Like the entire labor stage is designed on purpose to be cluttered. Like that's supposed to be a mess because it challenges us. However, then there's all of his fucking orbs he drops, which good luck seeing that. I just have it down to a timing. You don't seem to have this issue, but Sandy will get in my way all of the friggin' time if he's not like trapped in a bubble.
I didn't even notice Sandy until I watched somebody do the fight, and I was like, "Oh,
Oh
there's
my
Sandy."
goodness. He's
um, yeah, I have the issue of my numbers. I see too many numbers, and that gets in the way of the boss, and I can't see what the boss is doing. I need an option to turn off numbers.
That is actually funny, and in hindsight, a little surprising that that's not in the game by default. Like the
The people that
option, maybe not by default. Actually, maybe not by default, but not in the game as an option.
um nah people that play Granblue love seeing the numbers. It's literally the numbers go up game. So if they're seeing yellow numbers and it's all 9999999, that like Granblue people are just like yes. Um, I like that. That's why I want to swap the Rackham for that fight or whatever, because I just want to stay in the back and I just shoot him or whatever. I just don't want to deal with any of his melee. So I don't mind not being able to see him through my numbers when I'm like far away because I can see what he's about to do from far away. I can't see it when
Sure.
I'm up close.
I'm happy that I don't have that issue. The thing I'll have to train myself for is I've been able to cheese Paradise Lost with Vayne. Because whenever I see it, my bubble is actually off cooldown. I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case. So I just don't do that mechanic. So I have to actually learn the tells and get hit by it a couple of times. But I'll learn through that on EO and be fine. Because at this point, I just want him dead faster. I
Yeah.
don't want to deal with this fight anymore. I don't like the fight, and I don't like the rewards. I don't
Yeah.
I don't think those sigils are all that. I mean, it's hard for me to judge this too because like all of the content creators are super hype, right? Because this is their job. And either these are that hype and I'm just not understanding that, which is a possibility, or they're making a big deal about it because like they need the views. This is their job. I don't fault them for that. I don't think those sigils are worth it. I don't want to give up my improved dodge and my potion potion hoarder on my damage cuts for damage cut with the ability to get like a shield or slower cooldowns, but all of them with the caveat of after an SBA. I think that's too specific and too slow, and I don't think it comes up enough. I don't like it. I don't like
There's
it.
also not a point considering there's nothing after Lucilius. So
Yeah, and I'm still not sure we're gonna get anything else. I mean, I can't say definitively that that's the case. I would love to get two or three more runs of content, but as I've said before, I don't see any reason why they would have made Lucilius first. I think this is how they're choosing to cap this outing, and we'll see what they do going forward.
Well, the thing
And
is, I know that there's quests that are coming out with Toyin and Seothon.
God, I fucking hope so, because I thought there were going to be quests coming out with Lucilius, and I was wrong about that.
I honestly thought that there would be quests because I thought there would be like some quests to gradually build us up to 200 and not just go from 150 to 200 immediately. But
No,
I
oh
guess
yes, okay. I was saying I never thought we were gonna go, but yeah. I definitely thought we would see like here's a slightly harder X fight, a slightly harder X fight,
yeah,
and then boom,
yeah.
Lucy. But no, it was just hey, fight him. It's like shit. Okay, we're getting right into it.
Come at me, bro. Yeah. So Reling's fun. Reling's fun.
It is. It is. All our bitching aside, it's super fun.
You and I both have beaten Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Sure have.
And we will not talk about it because that is the subject of next week's
yes, sir.
Podcast. So just know that man, it was great.
Initial thoughts after beating it? Damn game good.
Damn game good. Actually, it was a 0 out of 10 video game. It actually kind of sucked. So nobody played 7 Rebirth. It's shit.
Hey, I don't know what other games are coming out this year that haven't been announced, but good luck, y'all. You're gonna need it.
Good luck. I didn't play anything else. I downloaded the Dragon's Dogma 2 character creator because I'm gonna fuck around with that, for a little bit.
It looks nuts.
I'm not gonna play Dragon's Dogma 2 because fuck that game, but I am going to do that character creator because I'm just gonna create Weiss and then I'm just gonna turn it off. And I downloaded the Sandland demo. Because it's out on Steam.
Shit, I forgot to do that.
I haven't played it yet, but I downloaded those today. Yeah, I didn't play anything else. I watched anime. I did what I said I was going to do after beating Rebirth, was start watching anime again.
I also don't believe I played anything other than Reeling, because it's mostly been helping through 1 to 3 people, so...
Well, actually, what we did do this week? We did that last night. We watched that bomb-ass Acheron video.
Whew. Oh man, that was a roller coaster ride.
I was like, holy shit,
I've never seen a power dynamic swap so aggressively.
That was a toxic relationship right there.
And I hate to say it, but I fucking loved it.
Oh man. Yeah, no. I can't wait. Acheron's got two more trailers this week before she comes out next week.
Oh, this week. Okay, she comes out next week. Damn, that's crazy.
We have her character trailer and we have a Myriad Celestia trailer. So, gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
So, Little has informed me he sent something in.
Hey guys, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're into what you're hearing. While you're down there, remember to like the video as much as we like you. You'll be good now.
And he did. And he's like, wow, 2 weeks in a row. It's a record.
It must be.
Ooh, yeah, it is a record. He doesn't have anything to say other than fuck Jules, fuck sit-ups, eat a dick, lactic acid. Yes, I did finish the sit-ups, so man, it was fucking chore.
Yeah, I don't... We'll talk about it next week. I don't enjoy doing these mini games.
I do like that there's that one person that is in that area that says eat a dick, lactic acid.
I didn't even hear it. Oh, I didn't know. I gotta listen for it next time.
Me and Little stopped and was like, what? You should say eat a dick, lactic acid? What the hell?
Lactic acid sucks. That's the reason you can't keep going when you're feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, but it's just like I don't think I've heard a Final Fantasy game say "eat a dick."
Yo, people had some foul mouths in 7. It was great. It sounded like real
Yeah,
people. I mean, sometimes they didn't, because eat a dick lactic acid is, well, that's something to say. But, a lot of times, like, it was nice hearing people, swear the way that people would swear, and not just have a random bitch or fuck thrown in for the sake of it.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, we got some news this week. It's very short news.
Hmm.
Yeah, pretty short news. Nothing that's going to be hugely discussed upon. Um, there is a Helldivers 2 Let Me Solo Her. We don't know if it's the same Let Me Solo Her. But they've already answered over 100 SOS beacons.
Super
So,
Citizen, we appreciate you.
dude, they're doing their part.
They're doing their part. They
Yeah,
are, in fact.
yeah, they're showing them bugs and bots that only managed democracy should exist in the universe. Only. All right. I forgot that there was going to be an Among Us series. And they announced the cast. And let me tell you,
Go on. Who's what?
Randall Park is red. I'm not gonna lie here. I actually don't know who Randall Park is. So if you know who Randall Park is, you can inform me on that. But I don't know who Randall Park is.
You've seen Randall Park. You
I
just don't
probably
know
have
him by
seen.
name.
Yeah. You gonna enlighten me on who Randall Park is?
I mean, I'll literally show you stuff afterwards, but I feel like I
Oh,
have to
okay. All
show
right.
you for you to
Oh
like.
yeah. Oh, okay. Elijah Wood is green.
Cool. I'm
Yeah.
hoping you know who that is.
Damn. Who?
Yeah. I'll
I
show
don't
you
think
who that
I've.
is later too.
I don't think I haven't had second breakfast, so I don't know if I can figure out who
That's
that is.
fair. That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Frankly,
Yeah. Ashley Johnson as Purple. I know who Ashley Johnson is.
this one did throw me off. Not because like she doesn't deserve it, but I just wasn't expecting to see Ashley Johnson cast in this. So that's gonna be interesting.
I just hope she does her Gale voice, where she's like, "Gag me with the spoon, Red."
It's gonna be great regardless.
Yeah. And Yvette Nicole Brown as Orange. So that's going to be a very, very interesting cast. Like I said, I forgot that there was even going to be a Among Us series, and they just came out of nowhere with that. Yeah. Tuxedo Labs, which is a studio that was owned by Saber,
Yeah.
Saber Interactive, has now been bought out by Embracer, even though Embracer owned Saber Interactive. So I guess they just paid Saber Interactive to have all the right to Tuxedo Labs.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm not sure what's actually happening. I don't imagine anything changes for people working at Tuxedo Labs.
Yeah.
So
Also,
Teardown is still a go.
yeah. Also, 4A Games is no longer has the rights to the Metro series. But Embracer still has the full publishing rights to it. But Saber is looking at having an option to acquire for it. I don't know what's going on with Embracer right now. Embracer's doing some weird like internal like swap deloo shit.
I
I have
couldn't
no
tell
idea.
you. The only thing that I know for sure is Embracer made a deal with the
Saudis.
Saudi Arabian government,
Yeah.
um, and then the Saudi
They
government
backed
backed
out.
out, and Embracer was fucked monetarily, and they're doing everything they can to keep their heads above water.
Yeah.
Which
They need to
actually is
sell
kind of
all their
awful, and that's
studios.
the reason why. Yeah, well, I mean, they're certainly shutting down a bunch and getting rid of a lot of talent, so they clearly understand that a lot of the branding they have under their control is valuable. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
see what comes of it.
Yeah. So you remember when I sent you, or when you sent me that very flesh toned outfit for for the main character of Stellar Blade?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently that outfit uh makes your game harder.
Makes sense. Playing with one hand is difficult.
Yeah, true, true. It's
No,
not
but
the only thing it makes harder.
joking joking aside, yeah. So
Cut out there.
I'm oh, you don't get shields if you play in the
Hmm.
skin, so that's the trade-off. I am interested in seeing how that goes. I know plenty of people who would be willing to work with that detrimental effect.
I'm gonna try because, like, I mean, depends on how good you are at the game. All right, if
Like,
you're,
I'll do it for the lulls for sure, but like honestly, the amount of outfits in that game that actually look real sick, I'm
yeah,
not trying to sit on any one all game long. So
true, true. Um, yeah, I mean, it also just like depends on how good you are at the game. If you feel like you can get through, like, perfectly. If you're Sunni Legend, um, then then you probably could get through the like most of the fights in that game without issue. Um, but yeah, it's funny. It's just funny. They're like, yeah, you want to play this game because you're horny? Suffer. You you will have to choose easier time playing or horny. Um, the Grandia HD collection is now up for pre-order at Limited Run Games. That's interesting. I know they had already had they already came out with like the Grandia HD collection, but there wasn't any physical versions of it. I think it was all digital.
okay, okay.
But since nobody wants to actually go through with the cost of making physical copies, they just hire limited run games to do it. Microsoft is also doing that with some of their games that they could easily foot the bill to make physical copies of. Um, it's cool, but it's like $54.99, I think.
Wait,
So
how
if you like
much?
Grandia, 54.90. It's a Grandia collection. It's
Damn,
all of them.
that's no. I was just expecting it to be way more.
Yeah. According to Wario 64, it was yeah,
That
fifty
seems like a
four
really good deal.
99. It comes with Grandia. Um, and how many Grandias were there? I didn't play Grandia. Um, anyway, it looks like there's two Grandia games. Oh, reversible cover. Okay, okay. So it's got a reversible cover. It's got 3 art cards. Um, and yeah, it's like one full game. But it's only
Oh, I would have
available between
expected Grandia
March.
3 to be in there, but I guess Grandia 1 and 2
No,
makes
no,
sense.
no, 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 no. It's all in one disc, is what I meant. Um,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah. And it's only available between March 15th and April 14th, so it's only available for 1 month.
That is a short run.
And it looks like it's $55 plus $12 shipping.
All right. I mean, that gets closer to what I would have expected, but
Yeah,
that's still not as bad as I was expecting for a physical collector's edition.
yeah. Um, while if you bought it on the PS Store, it's only $34.99.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like $35, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, is it the unfortunate news next? Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
So people like myself, who is a huge fan of the Tales series, um, would recognize this person's name, Mutsumi Inomata, the illustrator and animator of the Tales series and many other works within Bandai Namco, passed away this week.
Yeah, it's really, really sad. Like that's a lot of it's a lot of like notable characters that like when you think of like that's their mama.
Yeah.
Also, if you've ever thought to yourself, why does that character look like they're from a Tales game? You're probably thinking of the art style that Inomata like
Yeah.
pioneered. Like you're
Yeah.
probably thinking of one of her characters. Like
Yeah,
this is
it's
just
very
really
unfortunate.
sad.
I was actually already super sad because when Arise was announced and like coming out and or whatever, she didn't work on it.
No,
So it
it
was
was
it
the
was
new
already a
stuff.
game. Yeah, it was already a game without her artwork, and I was like, while I love Arise, it wasn't the same. It didn't feel the same, and now going forward, it's still not going to be the same. So, uh, yeah, it really sucks. And that's not the only person that passed away this week. Ballot.
Yeah, this week, I think just today, we saw the passing of Brolylegs. If you've been in the competitive fighting game scene, you'll know this name. Brolyleg. I mean, for me, Brolylegs was someone I used to super enjoy watching during the Street Fighter 4 era. Watching him kind of pilot Chun Li during the Wednesday night fight stuff was always hype. He suffered from an illness that made it incapable, made him incapable of using his extremities. So he was kind of. It was very impressive watching him play at such a high level, just completely disregarding his disability. And it's a shame to see him go. Like a lot of people are gonna remember Broly Legs. He put up some hype moments.
Yeah. Yeah. And last but not least, um, if anybody here has ever played a game with anti-cheat, any type of anti-cheat system in it, um, most of the time you'll know it's probably easy anti-cheat, or Teddy easy anti-cheat. Um, Currently going around, and there hasn't been any like big updates on this as of today. Um, Currently, there is a remote code execution exploit possibly being used in Apex. Um, it's unsure whether it comes from the game or the actual anti-cheat, specifically the easy anti-cheat. But the easy anti-cheat Twitter had stated that they were that they could confidently say that no RCE vulnerability with EAC has been exploited, and um, which means that it could have came from players. It could have came from like the players' computers that had the issues. Um, or it could have come from, or it could still come from server side or anything like that. I know Dalit was saying that Thor Pirate Software, if nobody knows who that is, had looked into this because that it's their job technically.
Yeah, it's
Um,
literally what he did before he made video games.
yeah. Um, he said he like looked into it. He said he talked to somebody that was
Yeah,
um
so I just happened to catch a video earlier today, and I mean, obviously, a lot of people have pinged Thor for this. This is literally his specialty, and he took an interest in this. Looking at it, obviously, everyone or his first thought was, no, this is just a player lying, and his anti-cheat popped up, and then there was a second player, and then
mhm.
we had enough people backing their experience that he took a deeper look in, and he recognized that okay, so this could be someone getting hacked, but rather than it being a remote code execution, it's more likely that these two players just were they like their stuff was hacked. This was just them. This is not a measure of the anti cheat. And as has been said, EAC has come out and said, "Hey, it's not us." Thor also spoke to some professional Apex players. I think one of them that was affected, if not by this particular attack, by a separate one. And he pointed out that this is the same guy because he left a calling card during the hacks, and he showed off having a bunch of bots drop in at their location. He essentially turned Apex into a zombie mode for a quick minute against these two pros, which was on one hand really cool. On the other hand, I mean that's not great because these were actual units. The game recognized that they were there, which means that these attacks are happening from the servers. So there is a potential that this is in fact an Apex problem and not an EAC problem. The other option is that this hacker is not so much some godlike hacker, but might just be a disgruntled employee, either former or current, that is just fucking with people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we sit at the moment. This is obviously something that did happen. It screwed up with the Apex finals or something. I'm sorry, I actually don't watch, so I'm not aware of which event got screwed over by this. But it looks like this is potentially an Apex issue, but there's still plenty of room to find out. For now, we're still waiting to get more information. And to my knowledge, EA has been quiet on the situation. So it's only EAC saying it's not them at the moment.
Yeah. And for any more information on this, Pirate Software Thor has a Twitter article discussing the Apex Legends hacks, and goes into a lot more detail with it. It includes his video with it as well.
Yeah, dude is
Oh.
actually like legitimately a professional hacker. Like he worked for the US government, he has worked for Blizzard, he worked for Amazon. This is what he does. Like he knows both game engines and, hacking for the sake of security. He has 3
Mm-hmm.
black badges from DEF CON. Like guy is decorated. If there's someone who I'm going to trust just at their word, he's the guy.
Yep. Yep. But be careful if you're playing any games that have EAC on it. Obviously, a lot of people on the internet have talked about like kernel level anti cheat and kernel level DRM to
No one likes this. I know.
and no
I
one
mean, I
likes
know
it.
why they do it. This does make anti-cheat more effective, but it also allows direct access to everything on your computer, whether you want it to or not. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There is a slew of games that has um at least EAC in it. And there's somebody on Twitter that has like a list of it on there. But also like I mean, uh, as as uh as you might think, just be careful downloading whatever game you want to play. Like I mean, normally it's okay, but there is an offshoot that somebody could be screwing around with with the anti cheat to I don't know, take over people's computers, and at the kernel level that would be very easy for them. So yeah, uh, that is I think that's all the news this week.
I do believe so.
Yep. Need to tell Twitter I'm not interested in Jujutsu Kaisen or Mappa at the moment because I don't want to know anything like that. Um. So yeah. Man, it's it was a quick week. We didn't have too much to talk about. Next week we're gonna be having a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth spoiler cast. Most likely it'll just be me and Dalit, but I might like poke and prod somebody that I know that has beaten the game. Maybe to hop
Nice.
in. Yeah. What is your plan for this week, Dalit?
That's a good question. I'm probably going to continue playing Relink now that we have a couple of people we can continue shepherding through.
Mhm.
Other than that, I am not sure. I guess you all will have to wait till Tuesday to find out what I've been up to.
Yeah. Well, I know what I'm gonna do tonight.
What's that?
Unless Maximilian dude is fucking with me right now or whatever, he has tweeted out he's streaming 7 Rebirth, day 15, point of no return. So I'm gonna make sure to watch that because I want to see his reaction to the last 2 chapters of the game.
Fair.
Other than that, I have no idea. I'm still debating on because Rise of the Ronin comes out this week, comes out 22nd. So I'm debating on if I want
the same day as Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, but I've already stated I'm not playing Dragon's Dogma. So.
True.
So I'm debating on if I want to try that. While Ralph didn't have any glowing remarks about it, he also likes Destiny. So I'm not gonna 100% take his word for video enjoyment in video games. But I have heard other people that have played it that they really enjoyed it. I think IGN said that their preview of it was that they thought it was really good. But also this is IGN we're talking about here, so who really knows?
The other side of the coin.
Yeah. So I haven't made my decision on that yet. And then hopefully I think by this time next week, Akron will be out in Star Rail, and I'll have her, and I'll be doing the story. So, yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening to the short episode. If you made it this far, which is not very far, it's just over 30 minutes. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you guys next week.
Be good now. Before you go, remember to like, comment, and sub to us. Not only does it help out the channel and let us know what you're into, but it also makes you 100% cooler than everybody else. I checked with Aqua. It's definitely